So let us see what customers are expecting from marketing managers and salespeople, because that's where really the importance and the benefits of a storytelling platform are visible. If you look at the marketing eras, we have moved from a product era to a consumer era. In a product era, it was normal to come out with a product and come out with a common marketing message and target the people, and you hope that the people will buy your product. When it came to a consumer era, there was segmentation of customers done. Then you started targeting each segment with a targeted marketing message, and you persuaded people to buy your product. But in this era, the era that we are now, is called the relationship era. And every organization or every customer is targeted individually through a relationship. In this phase, every organization or every consumer expects that the marketing message is customized for them. And this is what is actually becoming a big challenge for marketing managers. And the storytelling space and the products in this space are one of the ways that this challenge can be mitigated. So if you look at the salespeople today, they face some problems because most of their content, their email are distributed. Their images are in some emails, the brochures are in some emails, the pricing sheets are in some different messages. So it's all distributed. It's not centralized. Again, it's all haphazard because marketing material is all spread out. There are many versions like pricing sheet, then updated pricing sheet, updated 1, updated 2. So people lose track of the kind of versions they carry. And third, they are logged to specific formats like doc, PPT, PDF. And just because most of the enterprise world is using some limited formats, everybody is forced to use just limited formats. So if you look at some of the numbers that analysts have thrown us, they say that almost 135,000 is spent supporting the sales people in an organization. Almost every week, almost a day is lost out in just looking for the relevant information. 50% of all information is pushed through emails even today. And finally, the most important and astonishing figure is that only 10% of the information is actually used by salespeople. So of all the material, all the content that an organization produces in the field, the salespeople are using only 10% of it while talking to customers. Now that's something that's really critical and really alarming for any organization. So let's look at some scenarios that salespeople face. Today's salespeople have to carry different pamphlets, brochures, PPTs, Word, Excel, images, videos, and there is always a scenario where he may not be carrying the right material when he is meeting a customer. But with a storytelling platform like KaiCube, which offers a cloud-based digital content management, you always have the right material for any client because it's there on the cloud. Even if you miss out something, you can always pull it from the cloud onto your device and show it to your customer. The second scenario is that too many presentations to keep track of. Different pricing sheets, different corporate presentations, different product images, different videos. So too many things. Some are obsolete, some are supposed to be used. It results in chaos. With a storytelling platform like KaiCube, you can have stories and content on the cloud which are always updated either by the salespeople or by the admin people. So you can have one updated presentation, one updated pricing sheet, one updated image, one updated video, and this takes away all the confusion and the chaos that a salesperson may actually experience on the field. He always gets the updated content. Another scenario is when there are too many, because when you meet different customers, the pricing differs, the product specifications differ. So to different customers, you tell different stories, you give them a different proposal, and it becomes and if some customer calls you on the fly, it becomes very difficult to answer such queries because you don't know what is the story was told to this customer, and as a result of this there is confusion, and sometimes you may end up creating bad vibes with your customer. But with a storytelling platform like KaiCube, there is always one story for a customer. You can name that story. You can have a different pricing sheet. So whatever is related to that customer becomes part of the story for that customer. So as a result of which, you can always have a look at that story and you can answer queries. This way your stories are organized. You have a storyboard. Your transitions are well done, and you always have a good rapport with your customers, because you're always telling him the same thing. And not only this, these stories can be shared with multiple salespeople. So if tomorrow, instead of salesperson A, if salesperson B is going, he can look at the story for the client and he can give the same message to the client. So irrespective of the people, the message that goes to the client is going to be the same. So in today's time, what sales actually needs is more agility and impact, and they need more tools, because because of three main reasons. First, in this relationship era, you have to engage your customer and build a relationship with them. Second, you have to give him a consistent message, whether he's using a tablet, whether he's using a browser, or whether it is salesperson A or salesperson B or salesperson C. There has to be a consistent message, or there is a chance that you may lose out on the customer. And third is, as marketing teams, there is a need for increased productivity. This is because with relationship marketing, you need to establish a relationship with every organization, every customer. It's not the traditional segmentation and targeting where you create a targeting message for a segment and hope that it will work. Here you need to target each prospective customer. So there's a lot of work to be done, and you need to have a good hit rate, and that can be achieved only when you have good productivity rates. So this is where a platform like KaiCube or any storytelling platform comes into picture, because they help you create compelling stories. Now, what do we mean by creating compelling stories? Let me take you through some of the important features of creating personalized stories. So if you look at it, these platforms are tablet and mobile enabled. So it's what the current generation and the current enterprises are using for their work. So as you may be aware, there is something called as the mobile first, which Gartner says that by 2016-2017, mobile devices are going to replace most desktops and laptops in an organization, and all softwares are going to be first made for mobile devices. And that's where this kind of a solution is also headed to, because this solution is primarily made for the mobile devices, the tablet and the smartphones. So what this allows you is, it allows you content on the go. So wherever you are, you can directly connect to the cloud. You can download the material. You're about to visit your customer in the next 10 minutes. Look at the story that you had told him last time. Look at what had happened, and come up, be prepared for the meeting. That's what a tablet and a mobile enabled solution gives you the power for. And it's very easy. It's as easy as drag and drop and click a button, say publish. So these are simple tools. It doesn't need any extensive training. Just looking at the manual gives you an idea of how you could create some compelling stories. You need to drag and drop some material, put it in your folders, and then publish the story. There is a video on our website which actually shows you how this is done. I was not sure if this video could be transmitted through a web session, but whenever if you are more interested, you can just go and check the video and see how easy this drag, drop, and publish is. It's very easy. So sales enablement is made very easy with such storytelling platforms. The more important thing is, there are some features which we call hotspots, and most storytelling platforms will give you that kind of a element wherein you could go deeper into an image. For example, you wanted to sell a car, so you have an image of a car. Now on the on the bonnet you could put as hotspot, and when you click on it you could have features of the engine. On the window you could put another hotspot, an interactive element. When you click on it you could see features of the window. Or similarly for the tires, not just cars, this hotspots feature is works very well with most products, most products that you would like to sell. It really gives the user the interactivity that he needs to have. So a user could just on his own go through each element, see what interests him, what doesn't, read the stuff, get involved, and he feels like it's an ad that's made for him. Another aspect that we have is we can share a story. So when we take all the digital content and stitch it into a story, what it's supposed to be viewed on a mobile phone or a tablet. But what we also do is we allow a user to create a URL out of the story, and you can share the URL with your customer or any person you would like to share. Of course, the look and feel and the experience, user experience of the URL will not be as compelling as you would see on a tablet or on a mobile device, but it's very good. Once I'm done with this presentation, I will show you two quick demos on how this URL can be viewed on a browser and what the story is. So this is a very important aspect because it helps you take your stories to people who don't have tablets and mobile phones. So we take that dependency out of your customers. And then these tools, storytelling platforms, can be integrated with different tools like Salesforce, Dropbox, Amazon Web Services, and very seamlessly they connect with these third-party softwares. And you can actually integrate KaiCube with a CRM system, and you can create your tasks, events, manage your contacts, accounts, and uh, if there's a KaiCube story you want to attach to a appointment, you can attach that KaiCube story. You can set up an alarm. So there are many things you can do with Salesforce and KaiCube together. Similarly with Dropbox, with Amazon Web Services. So the potential of such tools to integrate with multiple software third-party products is immense. And to top it, there is a section on business analytics. Like every tool, just information is not enough. It has to be converted into insights. And with KaiQ, we do that. So whenever a user goes through a story, listens to a audio, views a video, checks some images, looks at the hotspot, goes deeper, we capture all that information and we present it as insights in reports. So we provide a lot of analytical information, like what kind of stories were most used, which pages did the user spend more time on. So where whom did he forward it to, what kind of stories are most used in an organization, which devices are being used by the customers, whether it is in iOS, Android. We also provide a dashboard of how much was the average duration that the story is watched for. There is a story timeline wherein we go from each page, and so the way we create stories is that we have chapters and pages. So each chapter and each page, people can find out how much time was spent, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then if suddenly one page is 6 minutes, it actually tells you that user was interested in that page, and so the next time when you deal with him, you can use that information and try to target him better. So there's a lot of business analytics that KaiCube or any such tool in this space will provide you, and this analytics can actually help you make the most out of dealing with your customer. So if you have to close business deals, I will just give you some sample examples